Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host Dakota, and today it's a solo show. Unfortunately, Jordan and I are on different schedules, so I'm going to do a solo show here. He's going to do a solo show probably tomorrow. But today, Hasbro announced the Mary Jane and Green Goblin 2-pack, so I wanted to take a little time to chat about that. But before we do, go back and make sure that you have seen our 100 episode giveaway. All you have to do to enter is comment your favorite episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast, and then comment your favorite, and then just subscribe. That's it. You're entered to win. So let's get into the Mary Jane and Green Goblin 2-pack. So if you go back and listen to Jordan and I's episode where we talked about our predictions for what we thought would be coming in these 2-packs, Mary Jane and Green Goblin were both high on our lists. Green Goblin was so high that I ended up selling my retro Green Goblin because he was, and I would assume still is, going pretty high in the secondary market. And it's Green Goblin, and it's pretty fair to assume that they're always going to make a new Green Goblin. So that was my thought process. I figured I might as well sell that one, and then that's going to pay for this 2-pack plus some of my other figures. So let's start out with Green Goblin here. I really like this Green Goblin. I think this looks a lot more like the cartoon. I like the glider. I don't think the other one had the kind of like face on the front of the glider. So I think that's a good touch. Also, if you go back and listen to that episode, you'll hear Jordan and I talk about like using the Hobgoblin, the retro Hobgoblin, as kind of the base body for this, kind of that smoother like green, because the retro Green Goblin has the scales on it, which he doesn't really have that in the show. So I never really understood why that was there. I mean, it's maybe a little bit more comic accurate. That's kind of where this line is kind of confusing, where it's like, is the retro line supposed to be cartoon? Because that's kind of, I think, what we all thought. But then when they put out these 2-packs, now this is supposed to be following the cartoon. So, there's kind of that confusion there. But this is definitely more screen accurate. Unfortunately, he does still have pins in both his elbows and his legs. Still double jointed though, and it's the same color on both sides, so it's really not that big of a deal. You're not going to have like a weird purple polka dot or something like that, so that's at least good. I'm fine with the pins on this. It's okay, and I really expected it. Most fans are going to like this face sculpt a little bit better. I know there was a lot of issues with people would call like the old one like googly eyes, so this one has a different face sculpt, so I think people are going to like that. And along with the Green Goblin head, you're also going to get a Norman Osborn head. This one, I don't love this Norman Osborn head. I think they tried to do some like digital printing, kind of like they've been doing, which usually works out really well. Unfortunately, here it looks like Norman had a bad makeup day. I don't know what's going on with his eyeliner and lipstick, but not my favorite look for Norman. But again, like for my Green Goblin, I'm probably going to always have him posed with like the mask on, so not really a deal breaker for me at all. He's got kind of the purple like vest scarf piece that you could take off if you wanted to, gloves and boots. Then he's got the green satchel. I believe that the retro was a purple one, so this is slightly different. He's going to come with a pumpkin bomb as well, so it's like an orange pumpkin with a translucent like green effect. I can't remember I think the old one was an orange pumpkin as well. I know that the Hobgoblin one was like a fully translucent pumpkin bomb. Wasn't a huge fan of that idea, but still, it's good that your Green Goblin comes with his like main weapon. Like I said, the glider, it looks like it still has that like port at the bottom, so you could put it on the the Demogoblin glider stand. So I think that's kind of a must, because I always have my Green Goblin posed on that. And then the Norman Osborn head. So he's coming with some accessories. And he is the only one that's going to come with accessories, because now as we get into Mary Jane is just what she comes as is all she's coming with. So she's got open hands, and then no alternate head, no alternate hands, nothing like that. This is the main look that people are wanting in their Mary Jane. She's got the yellow and pink sweaters. She's got the jeans, the cowboy boots. I think that's kind of what everyone is kind of wanting on their shelf as their Mary Jane. I will say the odd choice with her is Green Goblin isn't cel shaded at all, and she's kind of not, but then they decided to like cell shade her hair because like the under part of her hair is like a darker red or almost black. I think when I get this, I'm probably going to try to remove that just because it's the only thing on her that's cell shaded and it just doesn't make any sense to me. So for me, I'm probably going to just take that off and then just have her with normal red hair, no cell shading. That's up to everybody else. I mean, even on the picture that Hasbro posted, it looks like very well painted. Like you can kind of see like splotches in it. So I don't know. And this could just be a digital render. Maybe the other ones are going to be better. These look like actual figures though. So, but we'll see. I'll probably take it off of there, but everybody can do what they want to do. And yeah, I think people are going to be super excited, and like based off the comments and likes and stuff like that, I think people are pretty excited about this 2-pack. I would not wait for a sale on this one. If you want Green Goblin and Mary Jane, I would get it as soon as it comes available. This is up for pre-order later this year. They didn't say when. It's just kind of revealing the figures to us now. Pre-orders are sometime in the future. But once those pre-orders do come up, I would try to be as quick as you can to get them. Because like I said, that old Green Goblin is pretty expensive. This Mary Jane is kind of the look that I think a lot of people want. So maybe you'll get lucky and get it on sale, but I wouldn't bank on it. I personally am not going to bank on it. I'll have Jordan order me one because he's a Hasbro Pulse premium member, so free shipping from him. And then I know Jordan was kind of debating back and forth whether he was going to go one to rock, one to stock, or just get one, because again, this could be good trade bait down the road. And then also, like, if you just like having your box figures, although this is going to be windowless packaging, so it may not make as much sense for that, but we'll probably see when this comes out. I would assume this is going to follow the same trend as the previous 2-packs, like the Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man and the Aunt May and Doc Ock 2-pack. Those are both $52.99. I would assume Hasbro's going to keep it the same, but we'll see when it comes out. I really don't see any reason for this to cost more than a Doc Ock 2-pack. So I'm going to just assume that that's the price. And yeah, I'm going to pick this up. I really would like this Green Goblin. That's the Mary Jane I want. This is a good 2-pack, and I'm pretty happy with it. So we want to know your thoughts. Leave us a comment. Did you predict this? I think a lot of people did. Are you excited about this? Is this the kind of looks that you're wanting for out of your Mary Jane and your Green Goblin? And are you picking it up? Are you going to risk it and wait for the sale? Are you going to wait for it and loose in the groups maybe? I'm going to go ahead and pre-order this one. Brand new, straight from Hasbro. And I think Jordan is too. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. And until next time, stay strong.